You clicked return. The money came back. The shirt didn't go back to the store. Last time this channel ended on a number. Roughly 1 in 5 online purchases get sent back. NRF's 2025 forecast puts it at 19.3%. That's not the interesting part. The interesting part is what happens after the courier takes the box. Past that point, almost nobody can tell you where it actually went. An online purchase never had a shelf to return to. It goes to a processing center where, for the first time, someone grades it as used condition, packaging, whether it can still pass as new. This happens far more than you'd expect. Clothing bought online in the US gets returned 22% of the time, against 6.2% for the same items bought in store more than 3 times as often. And in a national survey, the top reason isn't a change of heart. It simply didn't fit, tied with arrived damaged for first place. To resell a return as new, someone has to ship it back, inspect it, clean it, repackage it, and re-enter it into the system. Every step costs money, which works for an expensive item and doesn't for a cheap one. Retailers don't hide this, they've automated around it. It's called a returnless refund. Keep the item, we'll refund you anyway. Reporters found a $20 shirt can cost $30 in shipping and handling just to bring back. That's not generosity. It's an admission that the item is cheaper than its own return trip, and what isn't worth the shelf doesn't disappear. An entire industry exists just to resell what you sent back.
Here, at Hetty's, I'm returning this old Splind 5 unzerd, Cradaneem. So where does it go?
Here's usually where a video like this drops a scary number. Some percentage of returns goes straight to landfill. It circulates in 3 versions, 25, 30, 80%, and all 3 trace back to one reverse logistics company, with no published methodology, talking about all of retail, not clothing. Passed along enough times, the math stops making sense. To be fair, we're rejecting a number from that same source that would flatter us too that half of all returns go back on the shelf. Same vendor, same problem. An actual official figure exists, just not where people look. The European Commission estimates 4 to 9% of all textiles sold in the EU are destroyed before ever being used, up to nearly 600,000 tons a year. Destruction itself isn't a myth, the evidence just comes from investigations, not statistics. In 2021, journalists obtained an internal document from a warehouse belonging to one of the largest online retailers. In a single week, that April, over 124,000 items were marked Destroy. The same week, 28,000 were marked for donation, unsold, and returned stock combined, not separated in the document. The company said it's working towards zero product disposal, and that in the UK, nothing goes to landfill. The last resort is incineration with energy recovery. 6 weeks later, it launched 2 programs to help sellers resell returns instead. Destruction, documented. Landfill, here, turned out to mean burning. There's a third route, donation. Platforms run automatic programs sending returned and excess stock to charities by one company's own count, 100 million items worldwide. After that, the record goes quiet. Europe's Environment Agency reports used clothing exports out of the EU have tripled since 2000 to nearly 1.7 million tons a year, almost half going to Africa. Their own conclusion: the assumption that donations always help these regions doesn't match reality. What happens next is, in their words, often unclear. The US is the world's largest exporter of used clothing. Much of it reaches Cantonment, a market in Accra, not a dump, a livelihood for tens of thousands of traders. But the organization that's studied it longest estimates roughly 40% of what passes through leaves as waste too damaged or poorly made to sell. You can see part of this from space. Tens of thousands of tons arrive yearly at a free trade zone in northern Chile, much of it spread across the Atacama Desert, because nobody will buy it. Here's the tempting line: Your return is lying in that desert. We can't actually say that. No study has tracked a specific return that far. 2 separate investigations each prove half the story. One found perfectly good returns trucked straight to liquidation. The other tagged 21 items in brand's own take-back programs, 7 destroyed, 4 turned up in Africa, 1 traveling over 24,000 kilometers to a dump in Mali, some sitting in warehouses for a year. The finding that matters most: brands barely track their own clothing, even in systems they built themselves. When nobody measures, estimates drift, that 40% sits beside an importer's survey putting arrival waste under 5%. Nobody's lying. Nobody's really measuring either. 4 things that target the mechanism, not your willpower. 1. Shop by measurements, not the letter on the tag. Fit alone causes 1/3 to 2/3 of clothing returns. A brand's medium means nothing between stores. A flat measurement does. 2. Order 1 size, not 3. Over half of Gen Z shoppers admit to ordering multiple sizes just to return the rest, the most expensive habit in this system, already priced into everything you buy. 3. Return fast, in original packaging. That's the one part of this chain you actually control, and it decides whether the item can resell at all. 4. Don't treat "I'll just donate it" as an ending. Used clothing exports have tripled, and the people who track this say donation doesn't always help. It helps for what's still wearable. For the rest, it's a transfer, not a solution. And above all, starting July 2026, large EU companies are banned from destroying unsold clothing and required to publicly report what they throw away. Not a better choice. A requirement to measure. The refund goes back. The garment goes on. It isn't cancelled, it just leaves the one part of the chain anyone's actually tracking. And that number, 1/3 to 2/3, fit, keeps showing up everywhere in this video. Same size label you've worn for years. Different garment, every time. That's what we're taking apart next.